Hi folks, it's just Amy, and I just wanted to update you quickly on your assignments that will be due this semester. We're going to be using Microsoft Word, and just want to walk you through real quickly what you'll be doing for this chapter and how to proceed. So you'll see here that I have Microsoft Word open, and I just want to give you a little layout of the land quickly. These are some tips that I would tell you to use. This area up on the top is called your Quick Access Toolbar. And if you click on this down arrow, you'll see that I've customized it. And I would encourage you to do that anytime you can save on the clicking. It's a great thing. This doesn't stay with you as a person from computer to computer, but it just stays on the computer that you've designed your quick access toolbar for and the computer you're working on. So when I deselect or select these, you'll see these go up to the quick access toolbar. I'm always opening up files. I'm always undoing, which is this one. And every time you hold your mouse over one of the icons, a screen tip will appear with what that icon will do and the keyboard shortcut. So I would encourage you to utilize the quick access toolbar in all of the Office Suite applications and do that. Now, I know this document has been saved because it has a title here in the title bar. And then we move down here to the ribbon, okay, with these different tabs on the ribbon, okay. Now, somebody is going to lose their ribbon. You're going to click this little upside down V or a little roof, and your ribbon is going to collapse. So to get it back, you just hit the Home tab and you come here and you pin it. Okay, very frustrating for me in the beginning of this new version of Word. The ruler, I like the ruler, so in the view area, I'm going to click ruler. That helps me. Okay, down here on the bottom, if you're getting older like myself, I need to zoom this in so I can see this a little bit easier on my page. I haven't increased the font size, I'm just zooming it in. Down here on the bottom in this blue, this is your status bar. This tells me the things that are going in and on with this document. Now, you will be using mostly the Home toolbar, doing some formatting to your first assignment. You're going to be walking through the first chapter of Word, okay, in your book, and this is the assignment that you're going to create, this adventure flyer. Okay, now I just want to show you a couple quick tips. When you select something again, I'm going to select the word begin. And I've clicked once, I'm going to click twice, just like I told you before. This ghosting toolbar is going to appear. If I wanted to change the font or the color, highlight it, I can do it right from that ghosting toolbar. I'm going to undo, I'm going to come back up to my arrow and undo that. It's a very nice feature, the undo, the redo, and that ghosting toolbar. You're going to be working within this font group here on the ribbon. On the ribbon, there's these little arrows down the corner. They're called launchers, and they bring us to our old dialog boxes if you've worked with Word before. This is a comfort zone for me. I like these. I remember these. And so you'll go from there. Hopefully my computer will stop and not freeze on me. Yep, I'm going to cancel that out, and away I go. Your tip today, when you start to do all this formatting, is something called the Format Painter, and it is over here in your on your Home tab in your clipboard group. It's this little one here. Now I'm getting ready to post this announcement in this video in D2L, and you'll notice that I copied and pasted some information here. The biggest thing that you need to know about this chapter is the book is going to refer to Microsoft Clipart. It is no longer in existence. They have moved to Bing, and therefore some of you are going to have difficulties finding the clip art that they specify. Some of it is in the downloaded area of D2L. Let's see if I can find D2L right here. If you come into this area of D2L into your course, and I'm correcting right now, I'm going to go into my content area. Okay, if you come in here, you'll see that below the extra credit, we have the data files. Okay, you can go into here, save these data files, and then unzip them to get to the files that you need. They're right here. Okay, so to do that, you double click it. Okay, I'm in Firefox. Okay, I can download this, and I'm going to actually save it. Okay, and you'll see that there's a little zipper on here. And it's popped up to my downloads. I'm going to click on this. Okay, now it's saved it into my download area. I'm just going to pull it with a drag and drop into my desktop area so you can see these. And it's going to boom, 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 boom. Come on over. Now to get to my desktop without having to minimize any of the screens, to the right of time, there's a little area over here that you can click and it'll go right to the desktop. My data files are right up here, the word data files. There's no longer a zipper on it, so I'm going to click that. Here's my chapter 1 data files. Okay, you're going to be working on the bakery one. You're going to need these images. Okay, so that's where you can find those. Now, the adventure file, you're going to create that from the ground up. Some of you are going to get frustrated because you're like me and you want things to look exactly like the book. You might have to let that go a little bit. Get them close, be consistent, use an image that's professional and goes with the flow. So in that adventure folder, you've got some green there. It's matching the green dots that go around the page border. Okay, you're doing things to the image. Make sure that that is consistent. Okay, so we've unzipped those files and away you go. Now the one thing that we're going to do here today with Format Painter, I know we got off track there a little bit, but it's important you know how to unzip those data files. You will see here that this font is different than this font. If I click here, that is an Arial font. If I click here, this is a Times New Roman font. Now, you could have colors, underlining, italicizing, all of those things. I'm too lazy, so I'm clicking in the font that I want, and I'm coming right up here to Format Painter. It's a little paintbrush, and then I come and I go into my document, and I just paint over the text that I want to look exactly like the other text. So gone goes the Times New Roman, and voila, all of those things are in place. You can have many formatting attributes to it and color, underline, all of those things, and it'll format that. So when you're doing the adventure folder, you're going to have some greens. If you don't want to sit there and try to figure out all the same greens, you can just format paint and get that same color. Okay, now the last little thing that I want you to notice is when you come into here, you always want to make sure that you spell check. Now that's up here now in my quick access toolbar. You can go onto your review tab. All right, those pieces are there. That's what you're going to need to do for this assignment. I'm looking forward to correcting those. But again, it tells you that you have 3 assignments due in this announcement. You're going to come into D2L. You're going to go into your content, okay, and you're going to see here that we're working just below that download to Word, your chapter 1, and there is a PowerPoint here if you'd like. There are some atomic learning video tutorials here. So if you need a little more oomph on your Microsoft Word skills or you're struggling with something, there's some help there. And then here are the drop boxes where you are going to turn in your 3 assignments that are due next week. Here's where you're going to turn in your adventure folder. Next, you're going to work on Word Chapter 1, Lab 2. That's at the end of this chapter. And that's where you're using those wedding cake images to create that flyer, and that flyer starts on page word 60, okay, and this is that assignment right here. Okay, next you're going to do the consider this your turn. This is where you get to get a little creative, and that's on page starts on page 63 and it moves over to the next page. Now there are these little green circles with suns in them. Typically I do not have you do or make the changes that the book is telling you to do. All right, so now you can do those pieces if you'd like, but it's not always necessary. So you can just be creative, turn in what you need to turn in, and I will correct it from D2L. Okay, so with that being said, I hope this has helped a little bit with your Format Painter. Again, if you're not finding the exact image you want, go to Bing and do a search for the clip art. You can always use your snip tool that we discussed earlier. to grab an image and put into your flyers. With that being said, I hope you have a great week and I look forward to seeing your flyers.